All right. Hello, everyone. It is, I feel like it's very close to my face. That is crazy. Okay, I need to add one little thing into the comment section. Stampin' Up. Facebook does not like it when you put links, or, well, I guess I should say links, into the description at the very top. And so I am trying to put it somewhere else in the comments. If I can get it to work, we'll see. I don't know what's going on with it, but all right, let's see. Will it let me comment? Maybe. Paste. Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay, great. All right. So then all the information that I talk about tonight will be right there. And yeah, that is so close. I don't know. Let me see if I can tap the screen and make it go further. Nope, I don't know. I did a test in my group. Let me close the door real quick. And it makes the very beginning like all up close and personal, which I guess is okay. I don't know about that. So, all right. Hello. Happy Tuesday. This is probably going to be our regular time to do live every week now. So it is coming back. I'm super excited about it. I took a little short break with YouTube, and I've decided that we're going to bring them to Facebook. I feel like that has a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like it reaches a little bit more to people, and then a lot of people who don't have Facebook, they watch the replay on YouTube anyway. So so here we are. We're going to do Facebook. We're going to try it. We're going to come back to Facebook after all these years and do some lives. So anyway, so Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, that's going to be the time from now on. And if you are here to join us, make sure that you tell me hello in the comments, and I will say hello to y'all. So hello, Deb. Hello, Sharon. I think I saw your name pop up. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it tells me that people are here. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I am going to put you guys down on the table. We're going to see if my test earlier today will still remain the same. So I'm going to cover it up just like I used to with YouTube. And we're going to, ta-da, it automatically flipped it for me, which is great. Let me see if I can get it straight. All right, there we go. Okay, I did not kick myself off. That is great. Okay, I have got all of those. Let me plug in my phone because it's almost dead. So tell me in the comments. Oh, good. Hello, Sharon. Tell me in the comments what you did today while I pull my basket around. I will tell you what my husband and I did a little while ago. We went to Walmart grocery shopping. Can I tell you how much I dislike Walmart and how much I dislike grocery shopping? It breaks my heart every time. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys real quick what is called Simply Create. This is a class that comes directly to you in the mail each month. You can choose to subscribe to it, which automatically charges you every month. It is $50, or you can just do month by month. Month by month is completely fine. They're both the same price. There's no difference in it. One just says that you have the option to choose whether you want to do the next one or not, and the other one is it'll just charge you until you stop it. That is the only difference, except for one little caveat. If you subscribe and you stay consecutive for 6 months, as a thank you, I send you a little goodie bag. So the month of July, we are going to be using the Filled with Sweetness, and I really loved this bundle. This was one of the first ones I got when the online exclusives came out, when this one came out in March. And I will be honest with you, I struggled with it. I struggled with it, but when I finally came up with the projects, I am in love. So, again, it is $50, and for the month of July, you get a full bolt of this checkered Misty Moonlight ribbon. You get a full pack of the strawberries and dots embellishments. You get a full pack of the 4x6 flip flaps, and then you get a full pack of the homemade Sweetness designer series paper. And you will create this month, or for July, you will create 5 projects. And these are the projects. So this one is a little card. It ties, but I had untied it to do a video the other day and I didn't tie it back. But so this one does this. It pulls out like that. So it's a little fun fold. And then this one is a little box. I love blueberries. And then this one is a card. I love this one too. I love the 2 cards. And then there's that one. And then there's this. This is my pride and joy right here. This one is a little recipe card book, which you could, if you wanted, you could add in some pictures and stuff. I like to put a picture when I do books like this. I like to put a picture of who gave me the recipe. So a lot of times I'll try to find one of myself and that person, and I'll put that in there once I fill out that recipe card. So, so you will make a book like this, and then I will also send the recipe cards to you. So it'll come and you'll just cut them down to the 4x6. Okay, so that is what it is. It's $50. You can also add on the bundle if that's what you want to do. You can definitely do that as well, and that is all at cost. I'll pay the tax and the shipping on the bundle and any other products that you add on. Now, you can join my email list, and if you join the email, then there are emails that will come out until the cutoff, which is July the 18th. And then it gets mailed out on the very last day of each month. So, all right, so that is the only thing I have there. Oh, yeah, see? Oh, for a family reunion. Well, that wouldn't be fun at all, Deb. Not at Walmart. You know, I was surprised. It was a lot busier than I anticipated it to be at 3:30 on a Tuesday. So, I guess there's a lot of people that work for the school district out. So, all right. So tonight we're going to play with our June paper pumpkin. I love this stinking little bike. The bike, Bikes and Blooms is what it's called. And it is so cute. I did make all 3 cards how they're intended to be made. I always do that. That kind of gets my inspiration flowing. So those are how you create them. And then, of course, tonight we're going to work on some alternatives with it. So let's get started. Yes, lots and lots of money, Deb. I would not disagree with you on that one. Thankfully, Ben and I are doing something very simple. Very simple. It's just really us and maybe one other person. So I don't know. We'll see. It might be his mom. So anyway, all right, so this is going to be our first card. I really wanted to use the bike image that's in the stamp set, and I forgot to pull it, but I forgot to pull the whole thing for the stamp set and show that to you. So this is it. This is what the stamps look like. It's got the bike, and then it's got 3 good sentiments, and it's got some flowers and some butterflies. So I wanted to use that bike image, and so I also wanted to do a masculine card because the cards in this set are kind of more on the feminine side. So I figured bright, bold, and fun would be great for a birthday card for a boy. So let me, where did I put it? Let me pull this in here. And then we're going to fold this in half. And then we're going to grab our basic white piece here. And we're going to start stamping. Let's see if I can pull all these out at one time. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with our pumpkin pie. And we're gonna have to clean our stamp after every time we stamp it. All right, so we're gonna set it up here. And we're just gonna go like that. Okay, and then I brought my nice little chamois. You have 20 people coming, Deb? No, I wouldn't want to cook for 20 people. Do you have to make a lot of stuff, or... Oh, thank you, Deb. Do you have to make a lot of stuff, or do you just have to make like one thing? I know when we go to family reunions, we usually make like one thing, which is always kind of nice to not have to make a lot. So, all right, the next color we're going to do is Granny Apple Green. And we're going to kind of line it up with our pumpkin pie one, and then we're just going to kind of shift it, okay? And that just means that I've gotten it all lined up the way it needs to be. All right, and then we're going to do Poppy Parade, and we're going to clean it again. Probably should have cleaned my chamois. All right, so then Poppy Parade. And then we want to offset this one. So we're going to come over here and we're going to come down, and then we're going to kind of come, actually, I guess we're going to go a little further back. We're going to do that like that. And then clean our stamp. I know it is a lot of cleaning, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. The next is going to be Azure Afternoon. And it's going to go right here. Ta-da. And then next is going to be Daffodil Delight. And we're going to come down and do we're going to do, I guess, this here. There we go. We'll do there. All right. And then let's go back to the beginning, and we're going to go with Pumpkin Pie. Pumpkin Pie. And then next will be Granny Apple Green. And then that should almost do it. We'll see. Everyone is going to be a little different, depending on how you line it up and how close you put them together and all that stuff. So we're going to come here, and we're going to, we're just going to put the green one here and be done. Ta-da! All right, then I'm going to grab, move that out the way. I'm going to grab my Happy Birthday. I'm going to grab Azure Afternoon. And then I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. This Happy Birthday is not in the paper pumpkin. This Happy Birthday is out of the Barbecue Master stamp set. And if you don't have it, you need it, because this is a good, it has some good sentiments in it that don't, I mean, I know it says Happy Father's Day, but into the Grill Master, but I know some women who can grill, so it's perfect. You can make it all kinds of different ways. You could even use some of these for maybe like kitchen cards too. So anyway, it's a great set, and I love the Happy Birthday in it. That's been my favorite sentiment out of it. All right, let's set all of this aside, and we're going to take this piece and we're going to attach it to this one. And we're going to, oh goodness gracious, I'm just ripping all kinds of things today. All right, let's see if I can get that to go down and down. There we go. Whoop. sometimes, I don't know why it did that, unless it had like a tear in it already. All right, so there we go, I got it fixed. Then we're just gonna lay this down on our card, on our Azure Afternoon piece. And then we're gonna grab our card base. We're gonna take the Poppy Parade. We're gonna adhere it to the card base, kind of the center. Doesn't have to be perfect, but center it as close as you can. Then we're gonna flip this over, put dimensionals on it. And grab two more. So we know that Deb's plan for the 4th of July is a family reunion. Anybody else here have plans for the 4th of July? Ben and I are staying home. We don't want to have to deal with anything. we like our little abode here. We'll watch the fireworks, but because they shoot them up at the club, so we'll watch those. But other than that, I will probably be in my craft room. You will probably find me there. All right, so for our sentiment, we are going to actually cut the end of it at an angle. Then we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on it at the top there. Nope, it should have been at the bottom. I did that when I did the sample too, but that's all right. And then we're going to put this right about here on that Granny Apple Green. We're gonna flip it over, grab some dimensionals, and I think 3 should be, maybe 4. We'll do 4. And we'll stick this on the front, and then this is card number 1 right there. And that is card number 1. It's very easy. If you wanted to, you could do the same color bicycle in the back, which would then not take you very long at all to put it together. But I think the colors in this one, like you said, Deb, I absolutely love. So it makes it, it just makes it bright and fun. So especially, you know, you need bright and fun for birthdays. Okay, so that was card number 1. Now let's do card number 2. I'm trying to stay somewhat organized over here. Now, the next 2 cards literally just uses the pieces from the kit. I wanted to make it real easy to create alternatives by using the actual pieces in the kit. Now, this one has like a darker line. You can use that side, but what I did was I flipped it over and just used the one that had, that did not have that dark line at the bottom. Then we're gonna take our sentiment. I'm gonna grab, ta-da, there we go. We're gonna do Flirty Flamingo for this one. So we'll ink it up. And then we're gonna make sure that this right here is toward your left. And then you're gonna stamp that. Then we're gonna grab the flowers, and we need our little basket of leaves here. We'll ink up the flower. We'll stamp that down right there. Ta-da. That's still using the same color. Now we're going to piece it all together. So this is kind of the starting point for me. So we're going to adhere this down. And we're going to attach it. Let me see if I can get it pretty close. There we go. All right. Then we're going to take this piece here. It's got 2 little dots. So this is one of the sentiment pieces for the kit, but we're going to take this and create like a little shelf right over here. And I did put this down a little too far to the left. So let me see if I can get it off. Or to the right. Let's move it just a little bit further. There we go. Okay. All right. This is going to be popped up with dimensionals. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Then we're going to put that one right here. So it's going to slightly overlay this piece. And then it's going to go there like that. Then we're going to grab this strip here. We're going to put dimensionals on it. We'll put 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then we're going to stick this one right down here like that. Okay, we're going to take and flip this over, put dimensionals on it, but we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom. Make sure it doesn't hang over. So 1, 2, 3, and I think I might put a 4th one right there. Okay. And then we're going to lay this slightly overlaying the little shelf for it like that. Then we're going to take this one, we're going to add a little bit of adhesive up there and a little bit of adhesive on the bottom. Then we're going to take a dimensional, put it in the center, and then we're going to pop this right here. Just like that. This one, we're going to add a little bit of adhesive to the bottom. And then we're going to put 2 dimensionals up top. And then we're going to stick this right about here. Ta-da! Then let's adhere our sentiment. And that's just going to go to the edge all the way. There we go. Okay, then we're gonna tie a bow because you know I love bows. Bows are always fun. And this kit came with linen thread, which just makes me happy. So that's what I am using. Then we'll grab a mini glue dot. I'm just gonna put it like that. We're gonna tuck it up underneath this edge here, like that. And then last but not least, we are gonna add these fun and awesome little butterflies that came in the kit. They're like a silver iridescent almost. They're fun. They look like a lot of fun. I wish these were like all the time butterflies. That would be awesome. All right, so then we're gonna add 3 there, and then ta-da, we are done with card number 2. Simple, easy, not a lot of stamping in that one. Okay, last but not least, and today is going kind of quick. It is, let me see if I can move it in now. I don't know if it'll let me. There we go. Oh, ta-da. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out the zooming in and the zooming out kind of stuff. So this is gonna be our last card. And it is using the Highland Heather and then also Lost Lagoon, which were 2 colors. Well, the Lost Lagoon was a color in this set. So what I want to show you is a couple of things with this one. So we are going to, this here is actually one of the envelopes, and I cut it so that it would fit the front of our card base. And I did forget to tell you, there will be a blog post that will be posted. It'll be posted as soon as I can get the video uploaded to YouTube and then copy and paste the link. So just know that. The measurement for it is 5 1/4 by 4, just so you know. And I just cut it right out of the envelope. So we'll go ahead and put that on real quick. And we'll use our seal. This is actually a brand new seal. I ran out, so I had to order a whole bunch of them. And anyway, all of them have brand new ones in them, except for the one at my desk. So we'll line that up. And I put the crease at the very top. I don't think you can really see it unless you know it's there and you're looking for it. But a trick with it, just so you know, you can take your bone folder and go over it with almost like the tip. And if you do that, it'll flatten it out and get rid of that mountain. Now, it doesn't get rid of the whole thing, but it does make it look a lot less of a mountain. So, okay, so now let's do a little fussy cutting. It's not too shabby. We are gonna cut out this basket from the bike. So we're gonna cut there, and we're actually gonna cut a little bit more off of it. We don't want it to be that white at the bottom. And then we're gonna go around, and then we're gonna go up. And I am cutting it the wrong way for myself. I need to be looking at the other side here. Okay. Sometimes hard to see. All right, so I'm gonna cut that off. I'm not gonna use the bike from this at all because it's just too much to piece it all back together anyway. So it's just gonna kind of become scraps, which I know some of you don't like that. I throw a lot of stuff away. I don't have room to hold a lot of stuff anyway. So, okay, so there we go. I think that works. And then we just want to cut off this little handle right here. And then we just go up the leaf and then back down and then around. Ta-da! Okay, so see, easy peasy. Not a lot of cutting for that. It was real easy to cut it all off. All right, and then we're gonna go and do our stamping. So then this on the card, how it comes to be made, this actually gets popped up over it. But we're gonna use this as well as this. We're just gonna make it like a big basket of flowers everywhere. So I'm gonna grab my Lost Lagoon, and I am going to take and ink up this flower here, and then we're gonna stamp it. We're gonna stamp it there, and then we're gonna stamp it over here like that. Okay, and then we want to stamp it in the center of this one. So then we're gonna do down like that. Okay, then we're going to, actually, let's go ahead, while we've got the Lost Lagoon open, let's do our little butterfly up here. So we're gonna do our butterfly, ta-da! And then that gets done with the Lost Lagoon. Then we're gonna grab our Highland Heather. I am going to clean that flower. And I'm gonna stamp the flower here. And then I'm gonna stamp it here. And then I'm gonna stamp it here. Okay? Then I'm gonna take the butterflies, the double butterflies, and I'm gonna stamp those right there. So just in the corners. All right, so now let's put it together. Actually, before we put it together, let's stamp our sentiment, which is best wishes. We'll stamp that there. Ta-da! Okay, let me close this up before I put ink everywhere. Okay. Now, I am going to take and adhere this to my card front. I'm just going to kind of lay it there. I am not pressing down on it. Then I'm going to put the basket here and see if that's kind of the level that I want it at. And I think that will work. We'll move it up just a hair to that butterfly. There we go. All right, let's put dimensionals on the back of this one. Actually, before we do that, nope, we need to take our linen thread. This is what I keep forgetting. I forget about the linen thread wraparound. All right, so we're gonna take and wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and then we're gonna tie a bow. Maybe, there we go, done. All right, now once we've got that, we're going to trim off that, trim off that side. I've got a little bit more left there. All right, now we'll flip it over and put our dimensionals. Oh, thank you, Deb. I think the butterflies are the sweetest as well. And I do like the ones that they currently have that have the new in colors. I like those too. But, you know, when they're not a specific color and they can go with anything, that makes it even better, in my opinion. All right, so now we're going to overlay this on there. Ta-da. Then we're going to take our sentiment, we're going to flip it over. And I pulled these out because these came from a kit, because it makes it so much easier to take this and line it up. And then when we go and adhere it, it will adhere on either side of our ribbon or linen thread in this case, and it makes it a lot easier. Then we'll put that down there. You could even use our adhesive strips. That's really kind of what these are, but this just came in a kit, so I try to use all that adhesive. All right, so we'll stick those there, and then ta-da, that is card. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. One more flower. Let's see. I need to flip it over. Ta-da! There we go. Okay. There we go. Now this is just gonna go right onto here. There. All right, so that is the last card for tonight. So that's card number 3. And here is card number 2 and card number 1. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget, in the comments, all of the information is in the in there about anything that you need to know. And then make sure that you go and check out the blog post, because that blog post will give you all the measurements for all the cards from tonight. And yes, Deb, you are correct. Before the 12th, make sure that you go and you get more stamps, because they are going up. I actually just bought some so that I can have a little extra. Yay! So, all right, everyone, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next week at 7 o'clock. Bye!